Benny Cashriel. Benny, can you hear me? You carried the torch here for so many years. You were the mayor of Maale, Adumim. After you carried the torch, you pass it on to Guy Fair, and whichever way you are still guiding things, whichever way you are still working, I just have one comment on your excellent words. The eastern tip of Israel is not Maale Adumim. The eastern tip of Israel is the Jordan Valley. I am happy to be here with you. I am truly happy to be here, and it always excites me first of all to see the biblical landscape that surrounds this city and also its tremendous development. Every time I come, I see new growth, and here there is going to be tremendous growth. I know this also resonates with my fellow ministers who are here today, Salem and Chaim, and of course the other ministers. Dudi Amsalem, your generous and skillful host who is not often mentioned, and also Shlomo Kahi, Ziv Elkin, Ziv Vietai, also residents of these sacred territories. This land is sacred. It was conquered by Joshua. This is the land of the people of Israel. The land of Israel. There's Itzik Hilvan, and Deputy Minister Moore Cohen, and of course everyone who helps here. Not just here but across the ministries. Director General Yehuda Morgan, many directors and officials from other offices. Also here is another resident of the territories, Cabinet Secretary Yossi Fuchs, and many important residents, including Toznat Mark and Moshe Mark. Thank you very much. I would stay here all day, but unfortunately I must return, as we have urgent matters to deal with. I cannot cover everything, but I want to tell you that I first came here when I was 18, because before then this was a territory controlled by others. That was in 1967. I was learning navigation in the military unit I served in, and the best place to learn navigation was here, because the hills were completely barren, exactly as has been described. You could see the topography, the cities, the valleys. I was deeply moved to be here, as I truly walked through an ancient landscape, the landscape of our people. It was fascinating to see how it unfolded. I remember the Qumran Museum. I remember every stage of it, and I felt this place was also an expression of biblical prophecy. As the Bible says, Jerusalem, mountains surround her. This is indeed the case. We began checking city after city, and Maale Adumim was, and is one of those cities that is part of our land. There will be many more Maale Adumims in our land in the years to come. Now, what we are doing here is realizing a vision. Benny, you remember, we went to the neighborhoods, and I said, here neighborhood, their neighborhood, approve it. And I said, I am settled. But between approving and implementing in the state of Israel, it can take a long time. Therefore, today something very big is happening here. This project is going to double the size of the city of Maale Adumim. There will be 70,000 residents here within 5 years. That is a tremendous change. We know there is more change, or rather, more fulfillment. Not biblical this time, but present day. We have said, a Palestinian state will not be established. And indeed, a Palestinian state will not be established. This place belongs to us. We know this for our heritage, for our land, and for our security. We are now nearly 2 years since the war that was forced upon us. The terrible day of the attack, the kidnappings, the hostages. We brought most of them back, but others remain, and we will bring them all back, both the fallen and the living who are still held. But we understood, and I said this on the second day of the war, that we will change the face of the Middle East, because it was clear that we were not only fighting the Hamas murderers, but also Iran and the Iranian axis that seeks to strangle and destroy us. And we did so step by step, step by step. When I say we, I mean all of us together, not just my fellow ministers, but the heroes, our soldiers who fight, the heroes who have fallen, and the people of Israel who have stood firm throughout. When we struck Iran and removed from us an existential threat, it wasn't hundreds of thousands at risk. It was millions of Israel citizens and our entire future. The dream of generations before us, and the realization of the dream for those who will come after us, was achieved in these days thanks to the steadfastness of Israel's citizens. Thanks to you here in Great Maale Adumim. We will complete the mission. What began in Gaza will end in Gaza. We will defeat Hamas, and in due course, we will also deal with other parts of the Axis, such as the Houthis. Are there any Yemenites here? They are good Yemenites, many good Yemenites. But we are truly acting with courage, determination. And perhaps the most important element in this battle, determination that comes from the recognition that we are fighting not only for ourselves, not only for our faces and our future, but to guarantee in two words, the eternity of Israel. The eternity of Israel is being decided these very days across all parts of the land of Israel, including right here in strong and steadfast Maale, Adumim.
לא רק על ארצנו, לא רק על בנינו ונכדינו, אנחנו נלחמים להבטיח
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.